Hey, I'm all shiny now, I'm all sweaty. Ugh. So I just finished recording an entire session and I didn't hit record on my recorder. I want to talk about batching content. Now, batching content is something in which I've learned over the years that has sped up my creation process so much. On top of that, it's allowed me to work with clients that pay me on a retainer basis. So a lot of the people that I film are personal brand experts. So that basically means that they are in an industry and they are experts in this industry. And they use themselves when creating content to propel their business forward. Now, what I do for them is I batch content. This allows me to shoot them or film them twice a month, sometimes 3 times a month. It's amazing when I get to only film them one time a month because it saves me so much time. But it's okay, you know, if you film them once, twice, or 3 times, it's all great. Which the goal of this is making sure that on those film days, you film multiple pieces of content. So how do I go about doing this? How do I create content for an expert, or I should say content pieces for an expert so that they can use throughout all their social media? One, I want to make sure that I work with an expert that I really like, that I could actually bond with, create a long-term relationship, that I care about them enough to propel them in the industry way faster. The only way I could do this is obviously if I'm able to create such a large awareness for them. And the only way you can create awareness is if you have a lot of content out there. And the content, of course, has to be good. How do you make it good? It has to be visually appealing, it has to be valuable to the consumer, it has to be valuable to the person watching it. Okay, now you're working with someone, you've created a good flow. The next thing you want to do is prior to film days or prior to shoot days, that you receive a whole bunch of topic ideas or scripts. This allows you, or the creative, allows the videographer to start thinking about ideas, start visually understanding what these topics are about. So if the client says, hey, I want to talk about a video about productivity, they may not have given you a script, but the word alone, productivity, and you already understanding their industry, you should already, as the videographer, the creator, the content maker, start thinking, okay, what are visuals that resemble or that mean productivity? I automatically start thinking of them working on their computer, working on the laptop, having a cup of coffee, maybe another favorite beverage of theirs. And what I do is I have them do this action. So on film day, I have them do this action, and I already know that I need to shoot wide shots, close-up shots, over the head shots. But I was able to understand all that, one, because I'm immersed in understanding their consumer. And as a creative, I've just cultivated my mind to understand what, like, things that I've watched on YouTube, things that I've watched on documentaries and things like that. So their one topic that they gave me, I just write down coffee on laptop. Walking downstairs, walking upstairs, grabbing book. I just think of ideas that are broad enough, but that also could look like they're doing some type of action that fits that topic. Now, if they give you scripts ahead of time, amazing. Some people that I work with we use a teleprompter. So having scripts ahead of time allows me to read through it and start thinking of visual elements. That actually makes it a lot easier. Now, this isn't always the case. Not all clients could give you scripts, and not all clients could give you topics. Some experts are really good, speaking off the top of their mind, and that's okay too, but they will really rely on you to be the expert behind the camera to understand how to paint that story. But all this goes back to tip number 1. The more bond that you have with this person, the better you're able to understand their consumer. And I think I strongly believe that you'll basically understand what type of visuals fits that person. Okay. Number 3, I highly recommend that you let your expert know, or you let your client know, that they should have various outfits. Just email them and say, hey, can you please make sure you have several pieces of outfits? It's gonna save you so much time, so that way on film day, they're not, spending a lot of time putting on their makeup, changing their hair, changing their outfit, not liking what they wanna like. They should already have these outfits. This will save you so much time. Okay, last one is get really creative when it comes to locations. So on shoot day, you might be filming in a small little location. Do the best you can to make it look like you're in a different location. The outfit plus the different background will definitely help you a lot. This is very important because you don't want you want to entertain the viewer. The moment you arrive, start thinking about what locations you think you should film at, okay? Take your time, spend about 15 minutes or less just looking around. Okay, that looks like a good area. Maybe I can move these plants over here. Maybe we could film outside. When I work with people, sometimes we film in the living room, sometimes we film in the front, sometimes we film in the backyard, sometimes we drive around in the car. This all stems down to, me knowing them well enough that I understand that this content, if we're driving in the car, we can speak about this. The people that are watching it will really pay attention. With that said, let's review, okay? 1, you wanna make sure you have a good bond with your person, your expert that you're filming, the client that you're working with, or if you're you yourself, obviously you're cool with yourself, but that helps when you're working with personal brands or experts. The more you're bonded with them, the better you start caring about their content. As a creative, pay attention to the visuals out there already. Go look at documentaries. Go pay attention to some YouTubers. See how they overlay B-roll visuals on top of their content to match the story that they're discussing. I think that's very important. Okay, 3, make sure that your person that you're filming, or if you yourself are filming, have multiple pieces of clothing. It saves you so much time. Okay, and the last one is start looking at all the locations that you could possibly film in that area or in that location where you're at. Now, if you do this correctly, and the more you do this, the faster you get, but if you do this correctly, you could film 4 to 6 pieces of content, 46 videos in less than 5 hours. And that'll be amazing, because what does that do? 1, your client is gonna really appreciate the fact that you were able to come in and get all that content for future use, but also just you respect their time. You understand that they're busy and they have other things to attend. So you wanna go in there, create the content, and then bam, go home and do your thing, do your magic, okay? So if you're looking for a videographer, if you're looking for a creator, feel free to go check out my website. On my website, you will go click videographers, and in videographers, you will see a group of people that are all content makers. Feel free to click around and check out their Instagram, check out their YouTube. By contacting us, I'll make sure that I could link you up with the right videographer that can help your company. If you're a content maker or content creator and you yourself are looking to work with experts or looking to work with more clients, feel free to join our team. And I'm always looking to help the next creative. There is a process that you would have to go through. I wanna make sure that you are an elite creator that definitely wants to help these experts, these personal brands. If you have any questions, feel free to direct message me. Feel free to email me. I would love to speak to you about your content, or I would love to speak to you about your company. All right, my name is Mar. Peace.